Some of us are living in a country we don't belong in and speaking too fluently the language of that culture. It's the country that I call Regretland, speaking the language of Regret-alese. Heard of it? Live there much? Planning a trip soon? My goal is to be kind of a reverse tour agency. I want to help you stay away from that place and live instead in the land of purpose and commitment. Quick story. No regrets was our family's mantra going into our last Disneyland trip. We're going to make darn sure that this time was different from the last. This time we would not be leaving with our heads hung low and our tails between our legs. You see, the previous trip, we'd all kind of chickened out on some of the bigger rides, pulling back, disengaging, hesitating. Oh, no, the line's a little too long. Even though we absolutely dominated in the Toon Town section of Disneyland. We left that year with some serious theme park regrets. We should have rode that. I wish we'd seen this. We should have gone here. Next time yeah, and that's the heart-wrenching, life-twisting language of regrets. If you're speaking it all the time, you're either living there full-time or involved in some cultural exchange immersion program or something. It's time to get out. Regrets are hell, maybe literally. There's a quote from a guy named Minoti who puts it best for me when he says, "Hell begins on the day when God grants us a clear vision of all that we might have achieved, of all the gifts which we have wasted, of all that we might have done which we did not do." What? Just heavy. Sounds like hell to me. Now, here's two things I'd like to share with you to help escape Regret-Ville. First, speak your true language. Catch yourself and stop speaking the words of regret. As a pastor, I've been to a lot of funeral services and way too many bedside passings to not have heard the hellacious sadness of regrets from the people that were dying and the people being left behind. If only we'd kept our relationship together. I wish I'd been a better parent. Maybe if I'd done this sooner, we could have, or I should have called my parents more. Wishes, could haves, would haves, should haves. This is the language of regret and remorse, and it's the national language in Regretland. See, fluency in this language often arises from lots of uncertainty and vagueness of purpose. So the second way to get out of Dodge is to get clear on God's purpose for your life. When your purpose is unclear, regret kind of sneaks up on you. The regret crawls in through the cracks and slides into your soul with no warning. There's no alarm bells ringing, and before you know it, bam, you're speaking Regret-alese with the best of them. There's an old proverb that says, "For without vision, the people perish." Vision in this case is a picture of the future, an alternative picture of the future given to you by God. It's revealed by Him. When you're living a vision-less life, it's purposeless and it's regret-full. Vision is revealed to you by God. What's He saying to you? What has He already said to you? If you haven't already, ask God to show you what He wants from you. We have to be willing to yield ourselves to receive the best from Him. Ask Him for a vision of your future, your family, your career, your marriage. Ask Him, because without vision, you will perish. You'll lack focus. You'll lack motivation. You'll lack commitment. C.S. Lewis says, until you've given up yourself to Him, you will not have a real self. When we live in His will, we live without regrets. We're set free from that prison. So let's all pack up, move away from the hell of Regretland, and live in the fullness of His vision for our lives.